Hello everyone, NBZ here, and I am impersonating the SuperMarioPoke in this black and white Wi-Fi battle against Aquateenz. His link will be in the description. Now, he leads off with a Polytoad, so I might as well go for the Volt Switch. I don't see any problem with that. He's just going to go ahead and go right out to a Ferrothorn now that he has the rain up. And I can go right to Dante's Infernape because I can go ahead and scare him out. I still have the stab close combat, and it's, the same super effectiveness in the rain as Fire Blast. So, he's got dual threats. He's not sure what to do here. And I switch out thinking he's going to switch. He doesn't want to lose Ferrothorn early game. And I can go right to T-Tar hoping to bait the Latios in the rain, taking out that threat pretty early. But he goes out to Toxicroak and I'm like, oh no, that's going to be a problem. And I really don't, I definitely can't stay in. There's no doubt about that. I'm going to go to Latios, which is a huge misplay as he sets a sub and I'm like, why did I go to Latias again? That was pretty stupid. I may have predicted a double switch there, but it's really not a good thing for me because I've got to switch out again. And now I'm going to go ahead and go to Rotom Wash as I have a plan. I can Volt Switch out as he tries to set up. Well, I'm pretty sure I can live a Drain Punch, and that Sucker Punch, won't do anything to me because, Sucker Punch. So now I can go ahead and Volt Switch, hoping he doesn't predict that and go for the second sub, although it should be rather obvious since it is a Rotom. And I can go right back into my Gliscor. Now, if he does sub, that's fine. I don't mind. I can still attack, but I'm hoping he doesn't have Ice Punch. I'm pretty sure it's Drain Punch and Sucker Punch because he's bulk up. And good thing he has Drain Punch, so I do not have to worry about the Ice Punch. That is great news. That would be a really bad thing to deal with. So now he's got to switch out, and he goes to Ferrothorn. And I go for the Ice Fang thinking he's going to switch, not sure into what, but he just seems to go into Ferrothorn for a lot of attacks. So I better keep that in mind for later on in this match. Now, I'm going to have to switch out, and I decide to go to Dante's Infernape. I don't think he has T-Wave at this point. He goes for Power Warp, which is great, and he gets the crits, so that's not as great. Dante's Infernape here, he would be a really great help for most of his team, but unfortunately, he's not going to do that well since he's almost dead. But I know he's going to switch, going to go for close combat once again and get the critical hit on Polytoad. So the Weather War is mine. That is great. But in the future, you will see it does not make that big of a difference, as the pretty near future. He's going to go ahead and go to his Rotom Wash. I switch out and go to Ganon, knowing with the defense boost, I'm a special defense boost. I am fine taking a Hydro Pump. I know I can take at least one, set up my Sand, and win the Weather War. But he gets a critical hit on my Tyranitar. Crit for crit. Weather leads are gone, and I cannot get rocks up this match. So I get my Weather, he gets his rocks. It's somewhat of a trade-off here. And I'm just going to go to Latias as he sends in Ferrothorn, as I just want to go for the Draco, get some damage. I need to get damage on this thing. Even if it's not a lot, that damage is going to build up eventually. And I need to get some sort of damage on anything that comes in. So I go right for the Draco. And, I am worried about this thing. I'm definitely not going to stay in since I know I can't touch it and I want to give him a free switch. But I don't think he's going to go for Power Up here. I think he's going to set up his rocks mainly because I can't set up mine and he has a free shot too. So I go to Iron Ankles, who can go in and, I have close combat. That is great. But I'm going to go ahead and go with the X-Scissor thinking that Latios is going to come on in. Unfortunately, it doesn't. He goes back to his Toxicroak. But I am fine with that. I still have Gliscor, which can go ahead and counter this thing pretty well. So I'm just going to go to Joker, knowing, whatever he does. Hopefully he doesn't switch, but he does, and he goes out to that Latios, and that is going to go ahead and be a pretty bad problem. Now, if I stayed in and predicted that or whatever, that would have been awesome, but I can just protect here, going ahead and seeing what he decides to lock himself into, as I'm just going to assume he's Choice, hopefully not Calm Mind. Good thing he's not. He switches out now, goes to his Ferrothorn, as I predict that and go out to Dante's Infernape. So that is going to be awesome. I can get off one more hit, and I decided instead of predicting, as he knows it's going to be my last hit, I might as well just go for the safe play. Just go for Fire Blast. Hopefully he doesn't predict that. Maybe he'll go back to Toxicroak, but not going to happen. He goes into Latios, and that is a bummer. But, it didn't matter too much. I could have gotten Hidden Power Ice. It would help a lot on this turn and make a huge difference in the match. But I go for the Hidden Power Ice. It's going to do a great chunk of damage. Not quite going to kill me. He lives on 1 HP. I mean, what kind of smidgen is that, right? 1 HP. And it literally, like, he told me, because I was streaming this, right? And he's in the call, and he's like, I lived on 1 HP! And I'm like, oh, God, are you serious? So, that, that hidden power ice, that extra little bit of damage probably would have helped there. Now, he's going to go out to his Rotom. I'm fine with that. I can switch out, and I'm going to go to my Gliscor predicting the Volt switch. Hopefully he goes for it, and he does. So that is great news. That was a risky play, but thankfully it paid off, as now he is forced to switch once more. And I'm pretty sure he's going to switch. He goes out to Ferrothorn now, as I switch out myself and go to Iron Ankles predicting that. And if he did go for the Volt switch again, I have the special defense, boost, so it's not going to do too much to me, but I would hopefully he goes to Ferrothorn. Now, here I predict, I'm hoping, I go to Joker, hoping he switches, and he does switch, goes to Toxicroak, boom, once again, double switching, it pays off big. So now I'm lined up back in a matchup I desire, and all this switching, though, it's starting to wear up on me, because he has his rocks up, I don't have mine. So I just go for the Earthquake here. I don't want to switch at this time. I really have to stop switching. I have to start doing more damage. So I'm going to protect just to 1, see what he goes for, 2, just to kind of make it so Sandstorm whittles him down a little bit more, as once again, I don't have my rocks up. He has his rocks up, which is very bad news, as, we can switch around all day and he will win that war. So I can't really deal with that now. He's still got Hydro Pump. I'm hoping it doesn't kill, but he withdraws. Now, he goes into his Ferrothorn. I am fine with that, as I switch out and go into Iron Ankles. Now, once again, a great matchup for me, right? And I figured he might try to stay in this time, predicting a switch. So I go close combat, boom, hit the Ferrothorn, gonna take him out. Yes, no! He lives on 1 HP one more time. So that is 2 smidgens and 1 magic. What is coming on? What's going on, guys? I mean, seriously. He, once again, he told me in the call, 1 HP. So it's just like, really, man? That is exactly what I was looking for. Having 2 of your Pokes live on 1 HP, and I have Sandstorm. Sandstorm's not even going to affect this guy. So now I got to finish him off myself. So just going to go for that Psyshock, which will finish off the Ferrothorn that lived on 1 HP, which is dumb. Now, so I lose my Terrakion. That is bad news for me, because he's got this guy, right? Goes for a Hydro Pump, thinking it can kill. Can it kill? Nope. Live on 29. What is with all these low HPs? I mean, come on, guys. I mean, seriously. Now, Draco thankfully does not miss, and it takes out the Rotom Wash, which, oh my gosh, that's such a relief, as this match just got a lot simpler. He has Terrakion, that I am personally fine with that. I can go Psyshock. It's not going to kill, because, once again, he has the special defense boost, and I'm -2. So that's total of, he has basically +3 special defense right there. It's not going to go even do half, which is a bummer, but I have Joker, and I know Stone Edge is going to do a lot. Hopefully he doesn't get the crit. If he does, I am done for. He does not get the crit, so thank goodness. Oh my gosh, that would have been horrible. And Earthquake is going to finish him off. But unfortunately, I'm not sure what Sucker Punch, how much that would do to me. And I'm also not sure if a crit would take me out. So just going to protect here, because I'm pretty sure I have the match. Even if he gets up a sub, tries to bulk up, I can win that setup where, I have Swords Dance. I know I can take a hit from him, and I'm just trying to get that last little bit of HP just in case, and, pays off. I know I can live a hit, and I will finish off the match. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was a definite awesome battle. I had a lot of fun battling this guy. If you want to battle him, his channel will be in the description. I don't think he posts, but he's a very good battler. I highly recommend battling him. As you see, I had a lot of fun, and with like 3 smidges, I mean, come on, guys, seriously. Look, if you enjoyed, I have Pokemon battles on my channel as well, and that will be in the description too. Super Mario Poke, and I will see you guys next time. So, peace out.